Alright, I'm here with an updated look at my game room for the year 2015. A lot has changed over the past year. I did one last year, around a year ago at this point now, and I decided why not do another one. I got a lot of new stuff, kind of changed the layout, so it'll be cool. One addition that you'll definitely see, last year when I did my game room tour, Amiibo were not out yet. So those, you're going to see a lot of Amiibo kind of floating around. So let me start here, an amp for my bass. I play bass, I don't think I've ever really mentioned that. I play bass. I have a guitar, I don't really play it as much. Play bass for my school's jazz band, for my church sometimes. So that's cool. This is something else I do besides games. I got, this shelf used to be all CDs, but we packed the CDs up and use it for games now. I got some Amiibo up here. Amiibo are everywhere. These little Mario car things, I really like these. These are cool. DS games, as you can see here. I got a pretty decent DS selection. It's not huge, but it's cool. I got, then right here, PS4 stuff, my one Xbox One game. I don't have an Xbox One yet, but I plan on getting one pretty soon. I'll probably get the Fallout bundle. Super Mario Brothers 30th anniversary Amiibo, and then Zelda and Sheik back there. You can't really see them. Got PS1 games right there. Got a pretty sizable PS1 collection. I never really noticed. And then original Xbox games there. So here's my first shelf here. My game room's kind of small, so not everything really has a spot. So I don't have a lot of room, but I got up here Sega Genesis, Sega CD, NES. This has my better 64 games that I don't have in box. Like there's Mario Parties are in there and stuff. And then Model 3 Genesis all the way up there. PS1. This box was cool. I found it at the flea market. Has just a few greatest hits titles that aren't in the collection because they look hideous. Got my 64 case. This is where I'm going for kind of like a complete set of 64, so this is kind of where more of the less desirable games are in. DK Bongos. And then the first shelf here has my Vita games, as well as a few Amiibo and this little Pichu toy I found at a garage sale. Got my Vita games, my 3DS, my new 3DS is the Zelda. I got the box there. My 3DS XL Mario and Luigi box. It has a system in there too, because I don't use that system anymore. PS3 stuff with Pit and Dark Pit kind of just sitting there. Kind of overflow of PS3 stuff, ending at the Final Fantasy X-10 2 HD remaster. Then some PS2. More PS2 down here, ending. I always like to put the bigger box stuff at the end, kind of just to signify that's the end of it. And then my GameCube collection. GameCube collection's pretty big. It's my favorite system, so that's why. GameCube collection, Marth, Olimar, Wario. And then behind the Meta Knight, I have the big boxes for Mario Party 6 and 7. Those are cool. You don't see those very often. My Super Nintendo boxed collection, which isn't huge, but it has some good stuff. Final Fantasy, Zelda, Mega Man X, Castlevania 4. A lot of cool stuff there. As well as my less good 64 box stuff. You'll see the rest of my 64 box stuff once I get to the other shelf, but this is kind of just overflow and the less good stuff I have. Dreamcast collection, going for a complete set there. I have a decent amount, and then there's one import Sega Saturn game that I found at one point. Genesis stuff there. There's more Genesis stuff on the other shelf when I get to it. So let's get over there now. My 3DS collection. 3DS is probably my second favorite system now. It might pass GameCube at some point. Really love the 3DS. At the end here behind Robin, I have the Kid Icarus box. Then here, Wii U. I really like the Wii U too. It's a really nice system. Has a lot of good games on it. And the Mario Maker Smash Brothers bundle, which that's a nice bundle. It's a shame they didn't make more of those. And the Persona Q Premium Edition, which didn't fit on the 3DS shelf, even though it's a 3DS game. My Wii collection, which is easily my biggest collection, is these next three shelves. It's over 100 games at this point, lots of Wii games. It's a good system. Wii has some nice games. It was not powerful, but it had a really interesting library. one of Nintendo's most like diverse and interesting libraries. Maybe DS is probably the most diverse and interesting. Well, more diverse. I don't know about interesting to a lot of people. That's a broad term. But at the end, I got my sealed last story collector's edition here. Zelda Skyward Sword remote bundle. The remote's inside there. And then this is a GameCube game. I don't have room for it. Four Swords Adventures in the box. And then here's my Better 64 games. This is where you see, this is like the backdrop of all my pickup videos and stuff and my collection videos. But you know, I got some solid. I really love collecting box 64 stuff. So I have some good stuff. Banjo games, Conker, Kirby 64, Majora's Mask, Mega Man, Star Fox. Yeah, there's some good stuff. And then I don't know if I show this a lot. This is my boxed Japanese Animal Crossing. I got that at a game convention at one point. It was like only $15, and that's one of my favorite things in my collection. I think that's really cool. And then down here is more Genesis stuff, and then this the Sonic Mint tin. So I thought it goes best with the Genesis games. Moving over here, I have this sweet R-Wing display. Former employee of Nintendo is where I got this from. They had this, and I think it's pretty sweet. It's just hanging up there. Don't really have a spot for it, so it's hanging on the light. That might be a fire hazard. I don't know. I think this is really sweet, though, for Star Fox 64. This is kind of weird. I have just a couple special editions that don't fit back here. Kingdom Hearts 2.5. Bravely Default. That's where my Bravely... I didn't know that's where I put my Bravely Default. Just some junk back here that I don't have room for. And then Mario Dance Dance Revolution mat. So if anyone's... First look at... If anyone was ever curious of what's behind my shelf, it's just mainly nothing. I got my Dreamcast and my Super Nintendo there. This is the TV I play my retro games on. It does the job pretty well. It's a nice TV. It's really old, but it's a nice TV. More amiibo up here. Got the Splatoon and the 2 Yarn Yoshis. Then down here, got my my retro, my standard definition more, because not a lot of this is retro setup. Original Xbox up there, which takes way too much room. PS1, PS2, my 64, and then over here I have my Wii and my GameCube hooked up to there as well. So that's cool as well. We'll get over to that side of the room in a second. Moving on to my third shelf here. Up top I got a Mach 5 model. And LEGO Dimensions, big box. I kept the box. There's really no reason for me to have, but I kept it. So I have it back there behind my Gold Mario and Silver Mario amiibo. I think those just look cool, sitting there sealed. So that's why I have them. I got my Super Nintendo collection. And then it continues down here. This is my loose Super Nintendo collection. You already saw my box collection. And then this is a 64 I found at a garage sale. It's the ice blue one. So I have that kind of on display. Got my NES collection here. And then more down here. There's Bible Adventures, and I don't remember. 2 more over there. I don't remember what they are. Then I got the retro 3-pack characters in front of them. Rob, Duck Hunt, and Game & Watch, because I thought it was fitting. And then here is kind of my big stuff collection. Got strategy guides here. Persona 4, Dancing All Night, Disco Fever Edition. Some strategy guides. I got the Bayonetta 2 strategy guide, which had some nice art pages in there. Hyrule Warriors. Got some cool. I like the Smash Brothers one. That's cool. Capcom Character Encyclopedia. Oh, there's Hyrule Historia there. Mario Paint CIB. My Metal Gear Solid 5 Diamond Dog Special Edition. And then behind that is actually a Power Glove. I just need more room in this room. It's just everywhere. Something's everywhere. Game Boy Advance box collection. And then the Club Nintendo Luigi statue. Probably the most vacant collection. I don't even have a PSP system. I just always find good games for it and say, oh, I'll pick it up. I'll get one eventually. My Saturn right there. I don't have it hooked up because I don't really have many games for it. Got my boxed NES collection down here. My boxed NES collection is actually pretty alright. Got Kirby's Adventure, Star Tropics, Mario Brothers 2. It's pretty alright. 360 games. Don't play my 360 as much. Last gen, I primarily used PS3. I didn't get my 360 till like after the Xbox One was out, because I got a cool special edition, which I'll show in a second. Long box PS1 stuff, Sega CD games, and some Saturn games. Don't have too many Saturn games, so that's why I don't really use my Saturn too much. Got this shelf over here is just everything. Pac-Man glass I found. A Gamecom that I found. Gamecom's terrible, but, you know, it's interesting to have. I really like handhelds, so cool. Donkey Konga bongos, and this is my Samba de Amigo boxed maracas in the back. If you can't really see them, they're kind of covered, but I think that's really cool. Some World of Nintendo figures up here in front of all this car stuff. Oh, there's my Dreamcast keyboard. World of Nintendo, Samus, Waluigi, and Link. I got to pick up more of those World of Nintendo figures. They're cool. And then over here is like my setup for my current gen systems, because this is where it fits. Got some of my controllers out here, my LEGO Dimensions portal, and some of the stuff I have for it. Mario Party 10 Amiibo bundle. I think this is kind of cool. I didn't open the Amiibo. I think it looks cool in the window. Game Chasers DVD. Okay, I forgot I put that there. My gamepad. My Pro controller, my PS4 controller. Oh, and then I have this Xbox sign down here. My PS3, if you can kind of see it. And this is kind of cool. It's a Super Mario 64 pinball game that I found. So I have that there. There's my TV. It's only like 24-inch or so. It's pretty small. Maybe 26-inch. I can't remember. But it's nice. It's 1080p. So I plan on expanding this room. So I plan on getting a bigger TV, putting it here, and then moving the retro TV out there. But you know, it's all in due time. I got my 360 here, which the main reason I bought it's because the R2-D2 one, and it looks pretty sweet and makes the little noises and stuff. Pretty sure really the only time I ever turn it on is because I wanted to make the noises. Got my PS4 here, my Wii U, and then some stuff down here. I use these discs as coasters because they are like, as you can see, they are super scratched. They were scratched when I got them. This Final Fantasy VIII is cracked. I remember my cousin's husband was over here one time. He's like, "Oh man, you're using Final Fantasy as a coaster," and then he saw it was 8. And he's like, "Oh, that's okay, it's 8." So, got the GameCube controller adapter. I play a lot of Smash, so that's always out. Mario backpack, kind of fun. Couch and just kind of stuff. I probably should have cleaned that better for this, but oh well. Got this chair. This chair was not here last time, but this chair is really nice. I like to use it when I'm playing on this TV because a lot of the wired controllers do not fit back to the couch, and the couch is also really old and kind of uncomfortable. I don't think I ever think I've ever shown this before, but this is like a little footrest type. I put controllers in here. This is actually what I do all my videos on. If anyone ever was curious, this is what I place. This is what I do my videos over and kind of just show stuff on it. So, fun fact, learning something new every day. And that's that. That's my game room. Oh, I didn't show Lego Batmobile. It's been up here. I made this as a kid, and I think it's pretty sweet, so it's still up here. As well as like a Batman boomerang and this stupid little Batman boomerang I got at GameStop when I walked in one day. They just gave it to me, but oh well. It's alright. But yeah, this is my game room. Kind of small. Not everything fits very well. Hopefully by next year we'll either have expanded. We're in the talks of maybe moving too, so maybe I can get a bigger game room that way. Hopefully next year the game room tour will be much more interesting. Hopefully it'll expand into the other room. I can have more room for shelves because this stuff is everywhere. I'd like to have a better setup. But I think it's nice. It's a nice room. I like having it so there's always kind of something to look at. But it's fun. You know, it does the job. It's alright. So I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like because it helps out a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more of my stuff because that'd be cool. And I'll see you next time.